if you believe in something strongly enough, you must keep at it and not give up. I guess there's an expression, don't pass up an opportunity, that when you think about Anne Martin or some of the other women in our history, that there was a cadre of supporters, and it took a while. Or if you just look at the fact that how long it took for the women to get a right to vote in the nation. Well, I think there's a quite different way that men lead than women. I think men, and I did teach a course on this subject, men, I would say, is kind of a pyramid approach. You might have the managing partner of a law firm and then all the other lawyers on down. And almost any arrangement, there is somebody that's a head guy. Women, I think, tend to be much more inclusive. They are much more open to compromise. They want to have a variety of people involved in the process and the decision making. And I think that that is, without question, a major difference between the two styles of leadership. And obviously, I think the second one is much more preferable, because that's what makes things happen in a progressive way. That's what's unfortunate today in politics. It does not seem to work that way, particularly in Washington, D.C., that partisanship has taken over. But I think that you should have a sense of humor. You should not take yourself that seriously. And I've been told by members of the staff who I've admired, the Legislative Council Bureau staff is outstanding in every way. I think that they like to think that I think that some of them have said that I was the kind of woman that others should look at as to how to be successful dealing with men in the legislative process. And I think that's the one thing I would mention as far as young women. They must get involved early in their life. I'm very hopeful that the organization I belong to, AAUW, is really encouraging, and I know that Rutgers University, Center for American Women in Politics, also trying to get younger women to get involved and run for office, because then they will have a career and they can move up the ladder. As I mentioned before, sometimes in my day, people waited until their kids were all grown, maybe even married and had children of their own, then they might go back and participate in some way. And that's fine. I think that's wonderful. But I think if they really want to make an impact and have some kind of a, real imprint on the state or the nation, then it's better to start at the very beginning, I think. I think about Mary Gojek and Jean Ford and myself. We did that a lot. Jean Ford had a room in the Ormsby House across the street from the legislative building, and we'd go over there and think about the day that we were going to be the leaders of the legislative process. And in some ways, we did. Not maybe in the way we thought, but we did.